Yeah, so more people I know people are coming in. Let me there we go. Yeah, so we have like 27 people thus far who've joined the challenge. So super grateful. It's like folks need some water, huh? Folks need some water. All right. So while we wait for people to come in, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you who's here is in the community. Yes? We're all in the community?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And y'all have any questions about anything in the community right now? Anything to like to find, just moving around in there. Do you guys have any questions about that?
I think I'm good so far.
Okay, good. Good, good. Awesome. Dr. Lauren, I know that you just got here. You straight? Okay. Okay. And Lori, you as well?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Hmm. I had to add some names to the accountability list. So I've been literally updating that accountability partner list all day today. Um, so like earlier today, it had a certain number, and now I think we have 14 accountability groups. So I think we even had one group that was a group of three. And then as some new people came in, I just basically just paired everyone off. So I just wanted to make sure that you just had one other person to work with and not have to be burdened with two people. So, and I'm going to continue updating. I think some more people are coming in. It feels like that. If not, that's fine. It'll be what it is, but I'll just continue to update it as we go. All right. All right, so let's go on ahead and get started. I just want to make sure that everybody's in the community. I'm looking here, looking at the list of folks here. Everyone that's on this call is in the community. Let me actually pin my screen. And I'm just gonna call you on the screen and just ask you how things are going. How are things going? Uh-oh. So let's see who wants to go. Desiree?
I started a little late today, so I'm only about 70%.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's fine.
I think I could get it all in though.
What time do you normally go to bed? So this is what we said in the call. We said you want to strive to finish drinking 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep.
Mm,
Particularly if you're new to this, because your body has to regulate, right? Our body has to regulate. Let me put you on screen here, Des. Your body has to regulate. And so initially, when you start drinking a lot of water, I've noticed that then you get up peeing because your body's like, what the hell? What's going on?
mm,
But after a while, like once your body starts to regulate, it's hydrated, and then you're making the adjustment to not drinking too late, then it subsides. You might get up right now, maybe once, like twice, maybe three times, but then you might just cut back to once. And then the goal is to not be your sleep to be interrupted at all, right? So let me ask you this. When you got up this morning, did you get a chance to drink or did something get in the way of you drinking?
Um, no, I got up maybe an hour after I got up though. I did brush my teeth first.
Okay.
Did a couple other things and then I started on my bottle.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Um, the biggest mistake I made today because I'm a rookie is that I went to run errands and I forgot my water bottle at the house. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
rookie mistake. I won't do that tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, and I think really, guys, hydration, the whole thing, the whole piece about hydration is preparation. And back in the day when I was teaching math, I would say P to the six, power, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance, right? And so when you leave that house without that water bottle, you're already behind. So it's something that you have to be mindful of to just always have. Even keep, some bottles inside of the car if you forget. That's something else that you can do, you know. Have like a cooler, a small cooler, and you have your water inside there. So it's literally that important, particularly now that we're moving into the summer months. We want to just plan ahead. And you'll find that the more you plan ahead, the more you're thinking about it, you'll be able to reach your numbers sooner than later. Okay. All right. Excellent, excellent. Who else? Who else wants to share how day one has gone for them? You can just raise your hand. Or if there's a challenge with you thus far, who'd like to share thus far? What's going on with them? Come on, y'all. Don't be shy.
I'll go next. This is Lori. How are you?
All right. Yep. Hey, Lori.
How are you?
So first and foremost, because there are some people that, again, you joined after our
Mhm.
initial call. So just share
Yes.
who you are, why you decided to join this hydration challenge, and how has been day one for you?
Um, I'm not a big water drinker. I'm trying to get better. I'm
Hmm.
trying to work on my health. My plan is to retire next year. So I like to have a healthy retirement. So I'm trying to work on my whole physical, just being losing weight and drinking and all kind of good stuff. I'm in New Jersey. I've been in tech forever. Um, that's about all, where I stand right now. I'm trying. I was telling my accountability partner, Tiffany, I was like, yesterday, I said to her, well, I got in like 50 ounces. I need 110. And I'm like, I'm happy for that because most day I'm at 24. So I
Yeah,
was happy for the 50 that I got in yesterday. Today I'm probably 70. I'm not going to make the 110. That's not going to happen today. I would
yeah.
not make it and go to sleep. So, but I think it's a win for me anyway. I think it as a win.
I think it's a win too.
Right.
I'm celebrating it as well. Let me ask you a question, Lori.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall when I suggested to take that 110 and divide it in thirds? Do you remember me
Yes.
doing that? Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right. Let me ask you, what time did you start drinking this morning?
I really did start drinking around 6. I get up around 6 o'clock. So,
Okay.
so I did. I'm not gonna say I drink the third before I made it to the bathroom the first my morning. But I got like maybe a cup in like that more before I went in. And then I finished the first third. For some reason, that was easier for me. I probably did that by like 7:30 ish in that area. I think for me the difficult part was I was out for a long part of the day, and I did not have a water bottle with me. My other concern is like I was in places that there are no bathrooms, and I knew where I was going would not really have a lot of bathrooms. I'm like, if I drink a lot of water, I know I'm going to have to go to the bathroom, so I always have to weigh that, saying, okay, where am I going to be, and that I can find a. I'll put a clean bathroom. I'll put it like nothing else. So
Yes.
that's always like in my mind as well. Clean bathroom helps. So
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
sure how other people get around that.
that's real. I'll be honest. Can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
So I live in Atlanta, but when I taught in Gwinnett,
Okay.
right? When I taught in Gwinnett, I would scope out the bathrooms, and
Right.
a clean bathroom for me is McDonald's,
Okay.
Wendy's,
Okay.
Chick-fil-A, not so much,
Okay.
but those two,
Okay.
and or even a Panera Bread.
Okay.
And I know which ones are on the way. It's right
Hmm.
off the highway.
Okay.
What I try to do is I try to go to the bathroom as much as I can. That's why it's critical that y'all drink as soon as you wake up because you're gonna probably go to the bathroom maybe 2 or 3 times before you leave the house, depending on how your bladder is moving.
Hmm.
Um, and some people do have challenges with their bladder, so I get it. But just trying to get a lot of that water, that excess water out of the system ahead of time before you travel. And then I know about those like 3 spots that I know I
Hmm.
could just park my car and run into the bathroom. Nobody's asking me anything. There's no code. I could just go do my thing and then keep on the road.
Right.
So, and then that subsided after a while. That was when I was really starting to get into the hydration.
Okay.
So it does subside some. So yes, you might have to do some planning like that.
Right.
And that's okay. It's all
Right.
right.
I happen to be in the park, so it's like limited where I am. So okay, I have to think
Yeah,
about that. Yeah, I was in the park. Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Now there's no bathrooms at the park.
There's bathrooms, but they're not.
Got you.
They're
Got
not what I want to
got
use.
you.
Right.
Understood. Yes, understood. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. So you
Okay.
got in half today,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
I'm celebrating that. That's a
I
win.
am absolutely celebrating that. Yes.
All right. What intention can we set for tomorrow?
I work from home. I think it'll be easier for me tomorrow. If I get up to, I'm not gonna say 110 because of course it's a challenge for me. That's all I can say. I'm just like I'm gonna try better than what I did today. Try for more than half. 110. I don't know if I'll make it. I'll try really hard, but it's a struggle for me. I'll
Understood.
be perfectly honest. So
Let's
hopefully by
let's
the end
pick
of
a
the 14
number.
days,
Let's pick a
I'll be
number.
up. Yeah,
What's a number that you want to pick that feels good?
70 would be good for me.
Okay,
I'm
good.
at 60 today, so tomorrow I'll be 70.
Okay, good. So I'll be looking for that in the group, right? And
Okay.
let's talk through also why is it a struggle? Is it the way it tastes? Is it just something that you don't like? Like, what's the issue?
I just don't like it. I truly don't. I don't like water. I don't. I like. I know we're going to talk about different kinds. I've tried bottled water. I've tried use the Brita. I've tried to boil. I've tried all kinds of stuff. I just don't like water as a whole. Now I listen when I was listening to your from the other day. Somebody saying they're drinking tea. I could drink tea, but I don't want to drink that much tea. I do drink tea, and I don't put milk or anything in my tea, so that's not a problem. But yeah. So, but I'm not a fan of water. So
Got it. So let's figure out over these next 14 days, because maybe there's something that is more palatable for you.
okay,
So maybe some herbs in the water, some fruit in the water, some essential oils in the water,
okay,
something that will work for you. All right.
okay.
So we said 70 for tomorrow. That's your intention.
Yes.
And then I just want us to think about it. I see a question. You have a question related to taste. Okay. We'll talk about that. All right. Thank you, Miss Lori. We appreciate
I have one more question. This is a little
it. Yeah.
sidebar.
Go ahead.
When I went into the classroom. I can't get into the classroom. Should I be able to get in there yet or no?
Not yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
add
okay.
y'all in
I
soon.
couldn't get in.
I
Okay,
haven't
that's
added
fine.
anyone into because we still have people who are coming in, and the
Okay.
way it's set up is to drip content. So it will be opened up tonight. It will be
Okay,
open
fair enough. Thank you.
to you. Yep. All right. Des, you have a question. Desiree Foy Fisher, you said that you had a question about taste.
You call me as soon as I put something in my mouth. So, those little hydration packets that you can add to water?
Yep.
IV height, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Are those okay for the challenge? No.
No. Here's the problem with those hydration packs. You don't want to rely on them. So it's okay to have that every now and then, but a lot of those things have salt in them and they're dehydrating you too. Right. So there's this duality that we have to be mindful of when we're drinking. It's nourishing us. We have to think about how water nourishes us and how it hydrates us. So one of the challenges with bottled waters, depending on the brand, is it doesn't have anything in it. So it is hydrating you, but it's not nourishing you. It's not giving you minerals. It's not putting anything into your body. Then you have the opposite problem. You have things like mineral water or the seltzer water, the soda water. There's salt in there. So it's definitely not hydrating you, it's dehydrating you. But they might add minerals to it. So the goal is to figure out, how do we get both? How do we find both? And those packs are okay every now and then, but I don't want you relying on that for the taste. All right. Maybe if you have it, and I can't even tell you how many times to have it. But literally, some people, that's the way they drink water. They'll put that pack in, and they're drinking that to drink water.
Mhm.
What we're going to work on is utilizing things like herbs and fruit, essential oils, things like that that are going to nourish you, that's going to give you some other nutrients while hydrating you. Okay? So, like, just look at the back of those packets and see what's inside of them. But usually they have salt in them and some sugar, something, some sweetener. So, unless it's something that's super, super healthy, maybe given by a doctor or something like that, or just like some spirulina, doesn't have any taste to it.
Mhm.
Nah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it. All right, anyone else? Who else wants to jump on and talk to me about their first day? Don't be shy.
Hey there, I'll jump in.
All right.
It's the other Des. I'm
It's the
Desiree
other
Smith.
Des. Yes. I was actually going to put y'all together. Then I said that might be too confusing. So let me not put two Deses together. Hello, Desiree Smith.
Hi, I just got home, so I'm still in my car, but hello everyone. I wasn't on the initial call the other day, but I did listen to the recording. And so I actually just got a 30-ounce water bottle, and so doing 3 of those a day is my goal. And getting one done. So I was able to get one done. I actually started yesterday just to give myself a head start. So getting up in the morning and just getting that first 30-ounce container. This is my container.
Yeah.
Um, and actually my son was just in town. Jelani was just here, and he left 2 of these at my house.
Yes.
And he just left on Friday. So I was like, okay, I'm using these. So I got 2.5 down already. So I have some lemon in here, and I'm committed because I was out and about. I've been on the move all day long, working, been at my office showing properties. And in between, I got low. I ran back home just to fill up my water. And I went to show my next house because I was like, should I buy water? Should I, like, how, like you were talking, I heard you talking about keep extra water bottles or a cooler. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I'm in my car a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
But I'm just committed, even with the going to the bathroom, because I'll tend to not want to pee, or I mean, not want to drink because I've got to pee and then while I'm out and about. But I'm just gonna stop at bathrooms. Um, Quick Trip used to have pretty good bathrooms. They're not as good as they used to be. Some racetracks,
Mm.
um, also, but also hotels. The nicer or decent hotels, not the, Master Inn or Suites or whatever, but go
Yep.
to a hotel, go to the bathroom. They will not say, "Do you have a room here?"
Yep. Thank
Just
you for
walk
that.
on past the desk and go to the bathroom.
That's
And
perfect.
those are the cleanest bathrooms, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. I think sometimes I don't think about those because you have you have to pull in, you have to talk to the door guy, and if you told him that you had to use the bathroom, it might be a little bit of a to-do. So I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about, I love what you said. I'm thinking about places that you can just park, walk in, go to the bathroom, come out. But I love
Right,
super clean.
right, right.
That's the
Like
Lord.
a Homewood Suites, or, like a Hampton Inn. Not that where there's a doorman there to greet you, you
Yes.
know.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Hmm.
All right. Any things that you are thinking about that might be an issue for you beyond the stopping and peeing, or is there anything else that you want to explore together?
I'm just thinking because I am in my car a lot, I may have to like keep me an extra gallon of water
Yeah,
in my car so that when this container runs out, I can refill it and have no excuse to not drink water.
I love that. And to me, that's a system that you're creating so that you can continue with your habit. The only thing I would say about that, because it is getting hot outside, put that bottle of water in a cooler.
Yeah,
Have it
I
sitting
thought
in the
about that.
car because, plastic leaches and all of that. So you can actually have, like, be prepared and have those bottles in a cooler. It might have some ice in there so they're chilled and it's not getting super hot.
Yeah.
You're
And
drinking.
I would use glass. I have a lot of glass containers.
Yep.
So, like, even though this one isn't, but if I'm going in a building or whatever, I'm going to take it with me. But if I'm keeping something in the car and it's going to get hot, or yeah, I'll use a cooler or it's going to be glass.
Yep, I love that. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you so much. I'm glad everything is going well. Let me just remind everybody, make sure that you are recording your numbers in the Water app, and you want to upload, I would say before the end of the evening, upload your numbers in the Water app. Everything should be in one shot, one screenshot, and you want to post it in the community. All right. Even if you don't hit your goal, it's okay. You're getting started. The goal is to hit your goal, but if you don't hit your goal right away, we just creating practice, we're creating the habit, okay? And so when you take that screenshot, what we want to make sure that you do is we want you to have the actual day that is showing. So like today is Sunday, when you take the screenshot of your phone with all the water that you've consumed, it should have the entire screen, not just the photo of the different cups that you've used of or the cups amount of water. It's everything because we want to keep everybody honest. All right. All right. Anyone else? Who else wants to talk to me about how today has gone thus far? I'm gonna
Hello,
call. Oh, who's it? Justine.
Justine. Hey
I'm
there.
about to call on somebody.
Let me see if I can turn on my camera. I have my little mini me with me,
Yes, little
uh,
mini
who
me.
is also joining the challenge. As you see, his bottle of water there.
Beautiful.
uh,
Hello. How y'all doing?
we're doing good. Today has been good. I'm probably at about 70 ounces right now. So my
Okay.
goal is 100. Um, I haven't really started my real routine, but you know, regardless, I'm still doing good. I want to do the 30-30-30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because so this is my second go around in this challenge, and last time when I did it, the breaking it up into threes really helped, and I kind of fell off in between the time we did the challenge recently, so I thought that this would be a good time to jump back in.
Yeah. Now, Justine, I know that you move around a lot.
Hmm.
Justine is an architect and she has to travel a lot. So how can we be more successful this time around? What do you think? What are strategies you're thinking about this time around that didn't necessarily work last time?
So I actually ended up getting two containers that have been working for me, but I think just having both of them with me will keep me on target, especially since it's summertime. I'll be outside on construction sites. Just having the containers work. Wouldn't work for me, so I have the stainless steel,
Yeah.
and I like those because I could I can I can I'm sorry, you just told me something real funny. Um I could put ice in it and it stays cold all day, even in the hot sun with those double walled metal um cans. But yeah, I think this go round's gonna be good. The little one's out of school and that helps me have more control over my schedule. So
Yes. Awesome. I really want you to think about, particularly since you do travel,
Mhm.
um, not when you're flying, because that's a whole other thing, but like when you're driving somewhere, like this cooler, we gotta lean into our coolers. All right. So Desiree is showing houses all over the city. She need her cooler. You're at construction sites, you need your cooler,
Yes.
right? And the cooler is our friend so that it's like our little kitchen away from home.
Right.
So that we're not running and making rash decisions about things that's out there. You see what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
the cooler. Let's once you, next time we talk, I want us to talk about the cooler and I want you to be thinking about that and what
Got it.
we do to really bring that into the mix with you this week.
Like, I might look, you already have my mind going, so okay, yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, who's next? Karen K. Karen K. Phillip.
Yes, ma'am.
How's it going?
So I started at 6. Give me one second. I started at 6:25 a.m. and I did 16 ounces straight off.
Good.
And I paced myself. For me, I have to do a little bit more. So I've been pacing myself like every 2 hours from there at 16 ounces every 2 hours. So right now I'm at 76%.
Okay, good. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Excellent. That's so good. That's so good. Now, why every 2 hours? Let's talk about that.
For because I'm not going to be able to do the 30, 30, 30, or whatever split in three because that's like almost 40 something. And I don't real how many hours in between do you do it if you're split it into thirds? How many hours?
So here's the deal. So if you did 40, you do the 40 when you wake up, right? You're going to probably, I'm just giving you an idea to answer your.
Okay.
So if you wake up at 6:30 and you do 40, again, pacing yourself, probably a 40 over like an hour period, because usually you're thirsty. So just keep in mind, y'all, you've been fasting for 8 hours when you're sleeping. So your body needs the water. That's why it's important not to eat breakfast, not to do any of that, because it will mess you up. You're like you eating solid food will make you feel full and not want the water. The water is your food. So you need to drink that first. Pace yourself and drink it. I'm not saying that you got to drink it all in one, like, go, 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 go. I want that to just be the first thing that you consume within an hour. And then you'll use the bathroom. That next 40, pace yourself. It's like so how you're doing every 2 hours, break it up 10 ounces per hour, 10 ounces per hour. And maybe start at like 9 o'clock, 10 ounces per hour. So 9 o'clock, 10 ounces. 10 o'clock, 10 ounces. 11 o'clock, 10 ounces. 12 o'clock, 10 ounces. You've now gotten in 80 ounces by 12 o'clock. Did I do that math right? 10,
No.
9, 10, 11. Yeah. And then the last 40, you can do the same thing. So you really by 6 o'clock, you should be done drinking. That's 12 hours of drinking.
But that's based on what? How many ounces?
That's your,
Total
you
ounces.
said 40, 40, 40. I was just doing 40 times three based on what you said.
Mine is 139.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
So
be
yeah,
more than that.
yeah. So that's about, I mean, you was just adjusted by like 11 ounces or 12 ounces, but that's not a lot of water in an hour. Even the water reminder app, it chimes, I think, every hour for you to
Yeah.
drink. Yeah. It doesn't chime every 2 hours. I think it chimes every hour for you to drink.
Yeah, I set it to chime every hour.
Yeah.
Um, Also what I was doing is I started with uh tea and I'm mixing it up during the day, coconut water, lemon water. So it's not water, 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 water. So I'm just mixing it up in between and I'm having it that way.
That's good. So let me say this. What we're doing right now is we're in the experimentation phase. We're trying to figure out what works for us. For some of us, this is new, right? And it's uncomfortable. If you sit at a desk all day, you have the urge to use the bathroom. If you teaching, if you on site at a construction site, if you showing houses, you don't want to have to stop to talk to use the bathroom rather than talk to whomever you're talking to. So I get it. It's uncomfortable and it's different, but the other option is that your kidneys don't work at all and you need dialysis. That's literally the other option. So the fact that our kidneys are doing what they need to do and we gotta go, go. Like it's doing what it's supposed to do. And we have to just figure out what works for us, right? So it takes time. It may not happen in this challenge for you to figure it out. Like, okay, this is it. I figured out my sweet spot. You just want to ebb and flow with it. You're mixing it up. You're like, okay, I added some lemon in my water. I did some tea. I love that. That's beautiful. Did
No
you?
sugar, just tea.
No sugar, honey. No sugar.
Just yeah, I did green tea.
That's hey, be careful with that caffeine because that's dehydrating to
No,
the body. Listen, y'all, I know this taking care of ourselves and eating healthy and eating on all of that stuff is a lot. It's very much counter what is out there, what people are telling us to do out there, and it requires us to be vigilant and disciplined, and it's a lot.
the green tea I'm taking, all the teas that I'm taking are caffeine free.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So you can do
and
your caffeine-free tea. I'm happy. So Karen, I want you to try, like, even if you don't hit the number, just try the third, the way we discussed. Just try it. Try it once. Try it twice.
it's
But
not gonna happen. I
don't
mean,
count it out.
I'm gonna probably have to cut it out because I'm in that office and ooh, I'm gonna have to pace myself. And I think
That's
I stayed home. I stayed close to home today. And how I'm doing the 16 ounces, I think that's working for
it
me.
feels good.
Yeah, it feels really good because then I have to transition over into the office tomorrow, and I'm not gonna have that flexibility to keep running to and from, the office to the bathroom
Got it. All right,
based on
well,
my.
let's just keep going with that. And our goal is to hit our number. If you don't hit your number, let's just figure out what do we need to tweak so that we could get closer to the number so that eventually before the end of this challenge, we're there. We're hitting our numbers every day. Okay?
Yes,
All right. So
thank
what
you.
intention are you gonna set for tomorrow? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna probably hit. Uh, I'm at, I'm good tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm at 106, and it's what going on. So it's yeah.
7:34. You did. That's great. How
Yeah.
much more you need?
Um, was that 33?
hmm Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'm well, right, okay. So I can hit it. I can hit it, right? It's just that I have to figure out the math that's best for me.
Understood.
Okay?
No, that's fine. That makes sense. That feels
Because
good.
the third because I know what's gonna happen as soon as I drink that 40 something and I it's gonna be a mad dash and I might not make it. You understand? So I have to be real with myself.
Let me say something too. I know, let me see, is he still on here? Let me look. But if we need support in our underwear, then we're supporting your underwear. I think that That's important, liners, pads, whatever. I do it all the time, particularly if I'm cooking. I don't want to leave and go to the bathroom while I'm cooking. I gotta wash my hands, sanitize, this, that, but I do it. And I'll wear a pad just in case as I'm dashing to the bathroom, there's incontinence. That's the other thing. We're talking honest here. I'm older. I'm over 50. I sometimes don't make it. And there's a squirt squirt that comes out, right? It's okay. Like that's life. So if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
And
kids
also,
kids did that to us. That is right, Desiree. Incontinence is a real thing for women.
I'm
And
so
I
happy
just,
we're having this conversation. Like, I mean, it's like this hush hush thing we can't talk about, right? So
yeah.
I appreciate this space, and I appreciate you sharing your story. Because, for me, I'm like, oh, I'm probably the only person that got this going on. But yeah, I so appreciate that. And it's a reminder that it's okay.
And I thank
Absolutely.
you also because I'm over 60 and absolutely thank you for this conversation. And
Yep. Absolutely. Let me say this, and this is just being honest, like, when, like just sneezing and like you use, like if I'm hydrated, I sneeze, a little something come out. So again, to address that, it is nothing wrong with you wearing, some kind of liner or whatever, and having a few that you can change out throughout the day so that if you're making a mad dash, and it's not wetting you up and you're uncomfortable, because I know that's really the issue. Like you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna be sitting in this. People gonna smell me. Like, what the hell? No, make sure this is all part of the preparation. This is all part of the preparation. You know what I'm saying? So you have maybe have some extra underwear. I do that too. I keep underwear at the kitchen. I have like a whole little feminine care pack because my hydration is way more important than me feeling embarrassed about running to the bathroom. And I just do what I got to do. Yes, that's right. A good sneeze, laugh, or coughing. You never know. That's right, Desiree. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. So let's try that for this week. Just I like that you're doing your 16 ounce and then just push yourself, just push yourself. And well, the goal is we got to get half in. That's really the goal. All right. So I'm proud of you. Good job. All right. Who's next? Who's next?
Hey, everybody, this is Valerie. I'm on my lunch break, so I want to get it
Valerie.
in.
Hey, Valerie. How you
Hey,
doing?
how y'all doing? I'm good. I just started today, everybody. I signed up today and I started chugging around that time too.
Ah, yes.
So I am at 117% today only because I'm trying to get caught up.
Mhm.
So I've exceeded my amount today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It is PP City, that's for sure. PP City. And
Love that.
I just got on this call about maybe 15 minutes ago, so I don't know what you're asking people and what we're supposed to answer.
Well, I was just asking just how things are going for you day one. You weren't on the initial call, which is fine. I just wanted to know how it was going for you, if there are any challenges for today. I know you hit your goal today, but do you feel like that's something that you can continue to do, or it just was the way your day was structured today that allowed you to hit your goal?
Well, I found out how much water I needed to consume and
Yep,
just doing the math and getting the go ahead and getting the app on my phone. And
good.
now it's just getting on and feeling, getting on the chat and fulfilling whatever else that you need us to do. But at
Absolutely.
least I got the water in, so I'll be checking that tonight. I set a higher goal than I uh, than what's required, and I do want to keep that.
Good.
So
Yep.
the first, I have this. The only thing I could grab was this Voss glass jar that holds 27.5 fluid ounces. So I did three of those.
Hmm.
The first one was like lemon water mixed in around maybe 10 o'clock this morning to get the lemon water in as the first thing to drink, right?
Yep, that's good.
And then before I left the house, maybe about, I don't know, maybe an hour later, I had some like greens and vegetables to just strain that, and have the vegetable water before work.
Hmm.
So this last one was, I'm just finishing up this last one.
Okay, good.
So yeah, I think I can do it, but we'll see. It's a Sunday at work, and tomorrow everybody's in the office, right?
Right, 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 right. No, I hear you. So it's quieter today, right?
Yeah, right. So that's it. And then my meals, I want to finish eating by, you know, I take lunch. Well, man, it's weird. At 7 o'clock, I don't want to eat too late, so I got to finish up before
Yep.
8 o'clock for sure. And then I'm done.
Yeah,
But
that's
that means chug-a-lugging all day.
Bug it up. But do you find that you're as hungry? Do you find that you're hungry when now that you're hydrating? Did you need to eat a lot of food today?
I prepared like some vegetables and stuff, but typically I know I'm dehydrated. Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'll go a whole day. I have a thermos. I drink a lot of tea,
Hmm.
but when compared from a thermos of tea to actually drinking this much water, there's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yep.
it's been going on like this for a while, so I already know. And I care about my liver. Once I found out about what the liver is responsible for, the liver is running the show, right?
Yep. Liver and kidneys, absolutely. Yep.
So that's important.
Oh
So
yeah.
I am committed and I feel for y'all. I hear the stories. I know y'all got challenges, but who would have thought, that just committing to drinking water poses uh, really much a lifestyle change and a behavioral shift. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Well, look, Valerie, I'm looking forward to hearing how things go this week when more people are in the office for you and it's a little bit more busy. And if you're going to hit those numbers, I know that you will because you real focused. You real focused.
I'm
So
trying,
love it.
but I'm like, how many ounces are in a gallon?
128.
I'm not there. I said I was going to do a gallon today. I'm not there. I'm only at, hey, my goal was like 70 and I exceeded it at 80. So I know I have to drink more.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hit that, when I get home.
So let me say something to all of you since you're on here. I want you guys to be careful not to just choose a number that's like a random number. So for example, I hear people say like, "Oh, I'm going to just drink a gallon," right? And you want to be mindful not to overstress your liver, not your liver, your kidney. You don't want to overstress it. So let's say you were 125 pounds. Let's say you were 125 pounds and you did half your body weight in ounces. So how much is that? 125 pounds, what, 62.5, something like that, or 63. Am I doing my math right? 64? 65 point, yeah, 64.5. I think that's what it is, something like that. And so you're like, I want to get in a gallon. Well, that's a whole other 60 something ounces that you're trying to drink. Now, if you're athletic and you're doing a lot of movement, you're doing like hot yoga or you're doing the sauna, you're doing those kinds of things, then that's okay to add more water to your half your body weight. But to randomly just drink a gallon of water, I want y'all to be mindful of that. You might be putting too much stress on the kidney. All right. So you start with half your body weight in ounces. If you're finding that you're losing a lot of water based on your activity, that's when we then increase the amount of water that we want to bring in. So if I'm doing, my goal is 70 ounces and I know that I'm going to a spin class, I'm going to be working out, all those things that we just talked about, then what I'm gonna do is add in maybe another 10 ounces or 15 ounces of water. Notice that's still way under the 128, right? So just be mindful about that. Don't just create an arbitrary number that you want to get in because I got to get it. We want to be gentle to our systems too. We want to give our bodies what it needs and we don't want to overstress it. And too much of a good thing can be stressful too. All right. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. All right, Tiffany Kelly. How we doing, Tiffany Kelly?
Hey, Sophie. Hello, everybody. I just got off the highway in the supermarket getting me some fruit.
All right. Yeah, so we're not
So,
gonna keep you long. How's it going? Day one.
going good. I'm at 50. I think I'm at 56 ounces. I think I checked.
Hmm.
So my goal is 80, but I am pushing myself to do more than 80 gradually because I have the bladder condition. So,
Right.
but I'm home for my sessions during the day and whatnot, and working from home now that I'm not at the school. So, it makes it easier to go to the restroom. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm basically gonna. I've been doing pretty good since the first challenge, keep up with my water for the most part. And so this is not any different. Most of the time when I get up in the morning, I usually do at least 32 ounces to start. And then I have to make sure that I continue to hydrate after that. And so it's been working for me, my little strategy. So I'm gonna stick
Good.
with it. I'm gonna stick
Awesome.
with it.
All
Yep.
right.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice, Tiffany. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, Benjanae.
Yeah.
Bijanay.
Yes. Bijane. Hey, Chef.
Bijanay.
Hey, Chef B.
What's up, Bijanay?
Hey, hey, hey. So super excited about the challenge. Definitely probably needed this, back when I was a classroom teacher as well, because I'm related to what Tiffany was saying. Like, you don't really have the time to go use a bathroom when you're teaching kids, right? And so I would avoid actually probably drinking liquids. But recently I discovered that I do have some challenges with my kidney. So this is like right on time, right on time. So my water goal is around, I think like 56 ounces or so.
Mhm.
And so I appreciate the water app because I would put stuff in my cell phone like a little alarm for water, but I like the app because it actually helps to make what you're drinking visible. So like you have data, it tracks it, right? Like you have something go back to refer and it'll average it out and do all the math. So that's been super helpful. I like that already. And then the other thing that I learned about myself is that it's helpful for me to just have one big uh container that I'm drinking from that I don't have to do refills because I'll forget like the count with the refills, like how many more bottles are like I'll forget. So just having one big ass container with all the liquids that needs to go in there helps me because then I'm sorry, y'all. So that way I can see my progress just going down in just that one container instead of having to remember like what bottle am I on or how many more I have to go. So that's a strategy that I realized like, oh, okay, this may help with this challenge and just in general with the practice. So
Beautiful. Yep. Excellent. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like certain things work for me and certain things don't. And that big ass water bottle that you're talking about is something that definitely works for me since I'm so busy because I do lose track. Did I fill that up? Is that number two? Is that number three? I do that all the time. So yes. All right, Bijane. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Who haven't I heard from? Have I heard from everybody?
Me, 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 me.
Xavier.
I'll put my camera on.
What's
Hey,
up, lady?
everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you're at, whatever time zone. Um, yeah, so I'm from Atlanta. For those who don't know me, this is my second round on a challenge. And as I started today, I'm just noticing how out of sync I've been with my actual goal of hydration. Um, and long story short, I really feel like it happened because similar to one of the ladies mentioned, like they don't like going to the restroom if it's not clean. And for me, like when I was in Bali, I had to go to pee so bad when I first got there. And I was in the middle of nowhere. there was like nowhere to use the restroom, and I couldn't hold it no more. Like I was just about to be at my Airbnb, and I was like, I couldn't hold it anymore. I was gonna pee my pants. So I found like a little store, and it said it was a restroom sign. When I went back there, it was literally like in an outhouse. Like and I was like, yeah,
Welcome to another country,
I'm about to have
Shantia.
to do this. Like, because I mean, I remember when I was a little girl at my great grandparents' house, they had an outhouse, but they were scared for us to go back there because there'd be snakes in there.
Hmm.
And so we used to have to, when we had to poop outside with the chickens, and we had to pee in the bucket. So because they had no plumbing. So I was like, just think back to me. And I did what I had to do. But I didn't want to be in that situation no more when I was out. I'm not going to lie. So I really started drinking less water while I was there. And it kind of like created this habit of like not keeping up with my water intake once I got back. And so I'm realizing like just how much like I'm behind on like just keeping up with my habit with it. And today I was very busy, and similar to what a couple of the ladies mentioned, I didn't really have a water bottle or anything like that with me while I was out. Um, and so I did not drink as much, but I think I'm at like 70, around like 70 something ounces, maybe 72, 70, somewhere around there. Um, and my goal is to drink a gallon. Yet after hearing you say that, I might take it down to I think it's 119 ounces is what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
And but I could still kind of like, have that as my goal. But if I over exceed, like I don't think it's too far fetched from the 119, but um, I'm not gonna make it today. I pretty much know that before I go to bed. So, but I do know that if I start early in the morning, I typically meet that goal with no problem. Um, but yeah, that's been my challenge, like to be honest.
Yeah, let me say something. So, because you're so close, your half your body weight in ounces is close to the 128. You're
Mhm.
good.
Yeah,
Talking more so for the people who have a bigger ounce gap
yeah,
at 128 and they're half their body weight in ounces. Like if it's like 40, 50 ounces, like that's a lot of extra water that you're having now to process through your system. And it's like, why? Why if you don't need to have to, if you don't have to, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So yours is fine because it's
okay,
ounces. You good. You good.
okay, cool. I'll keep you there.
All right, darling. Let
All
me say
right.
something. I want to share something. A woman, one of my colleagues, when I taught at the college, a woman from India, she didn't drink water. She didn't drink water. And so let me go back. Many of us, many of us, there's our circumstances, who we are, can be comprised of, some people would say, your condition or your constitution. So this is an Ayurvedic perspective. Who you are can be characterized by your constitution, how you're made, right? Or your condition. So some of us were born in another country. I'm born in another country. Some people were born in another country. Some people were born in another state. She was born in India, and India, as y'all know, is very populated. So one of the reasons why she didn't drink water was because her walk to school, she had like 3 mile walk every day to school. And the path to school, there's no public bathroom. So I think we even, take it for granted. Yeah, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A, or we're going to go to Popeyes, or we're going to go to McDonald's, clean bathrooms. And these other places, as Shantivia just shared, their public bathrooms are not nice. They ain't sexy. In addition to that, she talked about young girls getting raped. So let's say you trying to go to the bathroom, take down your pants or whatever, somebody might try to take advantage of you. So as a result, she got this 3 mile walk to school and this 3 mile walk back. And because of that condition, for years and years and years and years and years, she developed this bad habit around not drinking water. But she had to actually go back and realize, wait a minute, that's where it came from. It's not because she don't like it, but because this is how she was brought up. This mindfulness about not stopping when you're going to school so that you don't get in a situation that you don't want to get into, right? So I want y'all to think about that. Some of us have shared here, your teacher, some people are out working. There are different reasons why we stop drinking, and it goes far beyond what's happening right now. It's a habit. It's a habit that you developed over time because of maybe your condition, your circumstances. All right. So when we're thinking about like lifestyle changes, we have to think about the root cause. Like, why are we doing the things that we're doing? And how do we unpack it and how do we shift it so that we can have a different outcome? All right. So beautiful work tonight, y'all, and just hitting some of your goals. You may not have gotten the exact number that you want, but the fact that you're here and you're started is amazing. So before we close out tonight, because we're right at 8 o'clock, y'all have any questions for me? Any questions for me? Does everyone know where to find everything in the community? Oh, Lauren, hold on.
Good evening.
Lauren, you're the last one hiding from me. I did not speak to Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lauren. This is my first day, and honestly, I just started probably about an hour ago. So I'm definitely not hitting my goal today, but it will happen hopefully tomorrow. I did have a question though. As far as the app is concerned, the calculation that they give for, I guess, your goal is that like the actual goal, or am I supposed to go based on my weight?
You go based on so whatever your weight is, divide
Okay,
by the
half.
pound,
Okay,
and then you can then go in and edit that number. So they
okay.
might have had something that's already preset.
Yeah, because I guess I don't know what they're using to calculate, because I put in all of my I guess settings, my age, my weight,
Right.
my height, and I'm assuming that's what they're basing it off of. But yeah, I wasn't sure. But yeah, it's just like 12 ounces off of my actual based on my weight
You
goal.
should be able
So
to go in there and edit it and just
mhm.
put that number. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying to you. So you do that calculation. Whatever
Mhm.
your body weight is, half of that,
Mhm.
go into the app, make the edit, and you put that number in. And so as you
Okay.
drink, it will be measuring against that goal.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
you hit it, then they'll say, oh, congratulations, you hit your goal, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you excited?
I am. I know my biggest challenge with drinking water is the same thing with most the women, as far as just not wanting to have to go to the restroom, and the fact that what I do for a living requires me to not have access for hours at a time to the bathroom. So it's just that is going to be the challenge. So I'll probably be chugging during my lunch or like before I go to work, and that's how I think I'm going to get it done.
And just in all transparency, Dr. Lauren. So Dr. Lauren is a chiropractor, but she does massage therapy. She's amazing, y'all. Um, Even how you schedule your customers, your clients, you may have to think about how you schedule the client. So I'm not sure what the window of time is between clients. You
It's
know,
about a 15-minute
yeah.
like period in between.
So maybe it needs to be just a little bit longer so that you can go and relieve yourself, do your thing, and then work with them. Because I know if it's like an hour, hour and a half session, you can't be like, hold on a second.
Right.
Let me
Exactly.
cut into your massage. Let me go pee, right? You can't do that.
Right.
So, yes, yours is going to be a little interesting. So,
Mhm.
but you may have to schedule a break time in there so
Yeah.
you can use the bathroom,
Hmm.
get some of your hydration in.
Yeah. And definitely the usage of pads, like what, people were saying too, because yeah, that's been a definite in my cart every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm not ashamed of it. Shit, I'm
No,
fine.
none, zero.
Do what I gotta do. Visionay actually added an Amazon link.
Yeah, I saw that.
So y'all, we here, we sharing. We gonna get look, I'm from New York. I'm from Guyana, but I'm from Brooklyn and I'm rough and raw with it. So I hope I'm not offending anyone, but we're women. We have to talk about stuff. We just do. So we have to support each other. And some of these things are very, you embarrassed or your body's changing, you're getting older. And it's like, what's happening? And you don't necessarily know if you could talk to somebody about it. And so this is a safe space, y'all, for us to talk about these things. It's very important. All right. Are you complete, Dr. Lauren? You good?
I am. I am. Thank you,
Thank
Dr. Chef B. Yes, thank
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
you.
All right. So before we jump off, please make sure that you all take that screenshot wherever you are. Just want y'all to get into the habit of it. Let me say something else to y'all. When I discovered that I had a hypertension issue, um, I was always scared to check my blood pressure. I was always scared to see it, to measure it, because I was like, my heart would start fluttering, and I'm actually driving my numbers up because I'm afraid to put it out there. And my accountability partner is in this group, and I just literally started sending her my blood pressure readings every morning so that it's like you take all the energy out of what you think the numbers mean, and oh my God, I didn't do this, and oh my God. A lot of it is self-sabotage. We're sabotaging ourselves because we're feeling like we didn't measure up to something. Don't worry about that. You will get there. Just one step in front of each other. Just keep going. Keep trying. I like this. I like this water with lemon thing. This is kind of cute. I'm getting my water in that way. I like this tea thing. I like this. I like adding some mint to my water. This tastes kind of good. This is experimentation. And this is how we get to our goal by tweaking, trying out new things. So yeah, y'all, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Is everyone complete? We good?
I'm sorry, it's Valerie again. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Valerie.
Okay. So once we all get on a roll with it, let's say maybe the first weekend, what kind of improvement will we see? And maybe we'll find out that we can actually consume more,
So
once
here's
the
the
body's
goal.
programmed to take the water, right?
So there are different kinds of improvements. So one thing is consistent color of your urination. So you might be starting with your urine looking yellow, very deep yellow, orange because you're dehydrated. But the goal is to have a consistent urine color throughout the day. It shouldn't be where it's super orange one part of the day and then it gets clear, then it gets orange again. No, we want it to be, so you want to be consistently hydrating. So if your urine is consistently light yellow to clear color, then you're on the right track. That's one. I would say that your skin, there's let me see if I could show you, like in your skin, there's a give. Like when you're dehydrated, like when I do this, it would like stay like that. It would just stay like this. But like your skin should be able to bounce back. Your skin should be able to bounce back. You might also be feeling, let me say this, and I wrote about this in my blog 2 weeks ago. Because when I went to my reunion, a lot of the women there would tell me how they don't want to have sex. They dry down there, it hurts. And I immediately asked, I said, are you drinking enough water? And then they're like, because if you're dry on the outside, you're dry on the inside. So the other thing that you might start feeling is down there will feel good. Like sometimes we have this itchiness, and that's because we're not getting rid of the starchy things, the sugar, those things aren't coming out of our bodies enough, right? And so when you're consistently hydrating, you're pushing all the sugars, the excess salt out of the system. Old girl is happy. And old girl, I'm talking about down there. There's a natural moisture that will come back. So those are some of the things that you'll feel over time. Just like, okay, like it feels good. Like you don't feel irritation, you don't feel itchiness. Some people are more sensitive than others. Some of you are like, what's she talking about? But then some of you like might be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? What are some other things? I think that the biggest piece is the palate. So when you're properly hydrating, the things that are super sugary, super salty, you'll taste it because you're keeping your mouth cleansed with water. So when you actually eat something that's really salty, you're like, that's a little bit much for you, right? Because you're kind of resetting your palate by drinking a lot of water too. So I think those are just that's a start. I think energetically, you'll start feeling more energy. Brain fog should lift, right? Clarity should come. So those kinds of things happen when you're properly hydrated because your brain needs a lot of water. And so if you're dehydrated, that's where the brain fog comes in. But if it's where it needs to be, the levels are where they need to be, then they can function properly, you know? So yeah, we'll get into some of the benefits of the water through the different guest speakers that we have. So our first guest speaker is on June 3rd. Nikenji. Nikenji is coming, Dr. Nikenji. She's going to be talking about muscle flexibility and those sorts of things as it relates to hydration. I'll be jumping on and talking about some things as well, like the water quality and things of that nature. And then we have Dr. Amma coming next week, and she's going to be talking about a wide variety of things, chronic conditions connected to dehydration. So, just really trying to give you guys a lot of value and, give you some things to think about so that it'll make you think twice. When you're like, nah, I don't want the water. No, 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 I need to drink it. And this is why I know what I'm doing for myself when I actually drink the water. So, the last thing I will say is in the community, um, and y'all, I'm gonna have you hold on for a second because I gotta use the bathroom. Hold on, I gotta go. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. But I had to do it. I had to go. Um, what I wanted to show you real quick is because somebody asked me about this today. Let me share my screen and go into the community. Let me show you something real quick. Let me take this down. All right, so let me go in here. All right, here we go. All right, y'all can see this? Everybody okay? You can see it? All right, so we're in the community, right? Just a quick tour again. The calendar is here, and we're at day one. And all the Zoom links like whenever we have Zoom classes, I'm going to actually populate those here so that you guys can stay connected. And you just click the link and you can join the Zoom that way. All right. So that's one. The classroom, I'm going to make this available to each of you guys tonight. I just wanted to, give myself enough time to get all the people in on the same page, pretty much. So again, as you do this content, let me go in here real fast. There'll be little check marks for each of the content days, and then you literally, once you read everything, you want to make sure that you hit a check mark to say that you've completed it. So this should be 100% completed by the time we're done with the 14 days. The other thing I wanted to show you, if you start a post, which you guys are going to be starting posts, make sure that you hit Aytf hydration challenge first, because that will put all of the posts under this tab, Aytf hydration challenge, Aytf hydration challenge. Okay. And then once again, when you do post, like how she did this here, this is correct. You see how she did that? It says today, Sunday, 64. So we get to see her goal, we see how much she's drank, and then we see the day. All right. So we want to make sure we do it like that. Let me see what else. Make sure you introduce yourself. Everybody has an accountability buddy. Everybody has an accountability buddy. So find your accountability buddy, inbox them, check in with them, see how they're doing, support each other. Support each other on this challenge. And who knows, you might meet a nice person that you can become a friend to, and you can support and vice versa. All right. Any questions? Any other questions? All right. So our next Zoom call, 7 o'clock, is on June 3rd. And in between them, we're just checking in. Set your intentions, y'all. Set your intentions for the day. It's super powerful. All right. I'm almost there with my numbers. I got like 16 ounces more to go. And then I'm done. I'll have all my water in. All right. And send it to your accountability person so that they can hold you up and stand for you. All right. Because the goal, and then whatever, you just put it out there, just put it out there. Don't be shy. It's okay. It's okay. You know? All right. I done talk. I done talk. We good? All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm looking to see those numbers tonight. And yes, we'll meet back here at 7 o'clock on the 3rd. All right, y'all. Kisses. See you in school. See you in the Zoom. See you in the schoolroom, pretty much. And I'll post this recording in there as well. All right. Good night. Good night. If you need to ask me anything, I'll stay back for a couple of minutes and answer any questions. Good night, Shantivia. Good night, Valerie. Thank you. Good night, Lori. Good night,
Nice
Doc.
to be.
All right. Good night, Tiffany. Good night, Dr. Lauren. Good night, Miss Lori.